So I'm going to be doing something different on this channel. I'm still going to be doing my regular things, and I have a couple days off, so I'm going to prepare for some philosophy stuff too. But I'm going to be doing something new every day except for one day. So I'm going to be doing probably having at least one upload every day except for Sunday. So I'm really like to draw and I like to paint, but I'm going to be doing some sketches of various wildlife and talking about them and talking about their characteristics and the facts about some of these wildlife. Every single day, Monday through Friday, we will have a new we'll have a wildlife animal, and I will do a sketch every day, and I'll talk about the animal and such. Um, like today, we're going to be doing the Sidewinder, which is a rattlesnake, in case you didn't know. So the schedule for this, because I really want to have some consistent uploads, and I'm trying to do this every day. Mondays, we're going to be doing marine life. Tuesday, mammal day. Wednesday, reptiles, which is why we have a Sidewinder rattlesnake today. Um, Thursday, insects slash arachnids. Friday, birds. Saturday will be an interesting day. As every Saturday, I'm going to be drawing a Pokemon, and then talking about um, the the facts about the Pokemon, so that'll be good for some people who like that. And then Sunday I will not upload anything from this stuff, so it'll be this for two reasons. It's because um, I want to draw every day so I can get better. Because what I have here is not bad, but I need to get better. I really want to get better, and I also want to learn more about wildlife and talk more about it so I can think about it more often. Because here in Nebraska, I don't get a ton of that. There's some, but not a ton. There's not very much at all, really. What I see here in the city. So that's the main reason. So let's go on with our first episode today. And today's Wednesday, so this is Reptile Day, and on Wednesdays we'll be doing stuff from snakes to turtles to tortoises to alligators or crocodilians, that kind of thing. But today we're going to be talking about the Sidewinder rattlesnake, or the horned rattlesnake. So I have a few sketches here. So we have. I'll go ahead and talk about all of these at some point. So the Sidewinder rattlesnake. The Sidewinder rattlesnake has the scientific name Crotalus cerastes. The typical in these sketches you won't see color, so I'll talk about that too. They have usually a tan or a brown cream color, sometimes with a gray or a pink colors. They are a venomous pit viper. Their native lands are in the southwestern U.S. and northwestern Mexico deserts. So we're talking California, Baja California, Arizona, New Mexico, southern parts of Utah, and northwestern Mexico. So they have the characteristic thing to notice about these things if you see them in the wild. I've seen one in the wild when I was in Arizona one time, a long time ago, and I have a very not too good memory of it because I was very young, and I have only been to a very small part of Arizona since. They have two supraocular scales, which are basically those horns, which are up like this, and they're as you can see here. This is my primary sketch. I have one up here, which is probably better in illustrating this. So the characteristic thing about these is that they have these horn-like things, and the eye is beneath them. That's sort of a adaptive trait, which I will get to. Um, the the reason for these is to keep sand out of their eyes, because the reason they're called the sidewinder, I'll get to in a second. Keep sand out of their eyes, and kind of shades their eyes a little bit. That's the scientific idea for why they have these supraocular scales, which is horns pretty much. So there are three subspecies of the Sidewinder rattlesnake, or the Crotalus cerastes. It is the Mojave Desert one, or the Mojave Desert is in California, or the Sonoran Desert one, which is in Arizona, near Tucson, Arizona, or the Colorado Desert one, and they kind of have differences between these subspecies, but they all have that. All have that characteristics super ocular lens there. So these are not on the endangered species list. They have no concern as to their conservation. They are very wild. They are abound in the southwestern U.S. and in the northwestern Mexico. So when are these guys active? They are active at night during the summer months, during the hot months. That they are nocturnal in those months. They become diurnal, or they're active during the day in the cooler months, from like November to about May, I think is what it was. So why are these called sidewinders? They, first of all, they have these bands on them. They have bands which can be black or dark brown, as I kind of illustrate here in the Rattler. So I should have illustrated those better. But they do have some ability to blend in with the sand of the desert. They belong there. That's where they belong, is the desert. And what can do is they can hide in that sand, and that can kind of hide them a little bit. They do have They do have some ability to camouflage. So why is this called the Sidewinder? It's called the Sidewinder because they pretty much it's their way of locomotion is the way that they move. They kind of they move like this, and they move sideways. But as they move sideways, they kind of go upwards also. So that's their kind of way of moving, is that they go sideways, and they wiggle like that. This sketch here is kind of like the imprint that they would leave in the sand. Is they leave these J-shaped imprints in the sand. That is pretty cool, I think. So they have obviously this is a rattlesnake. This is a cold-blooded animal, but they do have a unique way of thermal regulation called homeothermy. It's the way that they can regulate their body heat even though they are cold-blooded. So let's talk about their venom. The Sidewinder, although it's very, very dangerous and it's very bad to try to handle them out in the wild, they have a hemotoxic venom, which means that their venom attacks red blood cells. But they do have a weaker venom. It's nothing compared to, say, the Mojave rattlesnake. And they have some smaller venom glands, and the venom glands is something like back here. So based on the scientists' clobber in the 50s and the 70s, I think even in 97, there are scientists that do studies, and they will report on some of these animals. Clobber did say that in one bite they have 33 to 63 milligrams in one bite. Another report was 30 to 80, and the bites can cause pain, swelling, hemorrhaging bloods, and ecchymoses, or like a blood bruise, almost like when you get a black eye, but it can get very, very out of control based upon how much venom is delivered to you. And it can get really bad either way, but either way, a bite from them can continue to the hospital and put you in a very bad situation. So I have the main sketch here, which you have the eyes on the sides of those supraocular lenses, and you have pits here which detect heat of their prey or their predators. If it's small and they can eat it, like it may be a lizard or a mouse, or if it's bigger than that and they have to warn that predator, hey, it's like, hey, I'm here. So you kind of have here this little badly drawn one of the above, how they kind of have a curved. All rattlesnakes have this, but it's kind of interesting to them because of how they move. So down here you have their rattler. They are a rattlesnake, of course. They're gonna have that rattling to alert a certain predator that they are here. And they just have this one up top, which was a way to kind of see those supraocular lenses, or the supraocular scales, to see how classically known that is. So let me know your thoughts, or if I messed up any info on the Sidewinder. Let me know if you want me to do any certain animals in the future, and I'll be doing one tomorrow, and Sunday will be the only day I will not do that. So let me know your thoughts, and thank you very much for watching.